Hi, this is Sujita. Welcome to the Focused at JRF English Literature channel. Today's topic is Anglo Saxon age or else the Old English period. So, Europe, the country, was being invaded by so many people. So, we are not going to see who are the people who invade Europe. So, if you see, Celts were the people who were there already in Europe till 55 BC. These people were driven out by the Roman conquest. They were there from 55 BC till 407 AD. So these Roman were invaded by the Anglo Saxons. So these people were there from 407 till 787. And then came the Vikings. So Vikings were there from 787 AD till 1066 AD. So from 1066 AD, the Norman they conquered and rules the Europe. So let's see who is Anglo Saxons. So these Anglo Saxons are actually the Germanic tribes. So there were three Germanic main tribes. So they were Angles, Saxons, and Jutes. So these three tribes, as well as some other tribes, they arrived in northern Europe around 449 AD, and they tried to invade England. So at that time, King Arthur was there. He was a Celtic king. He led the Briton army to fight against the Anglo-Saxons. But in the end, what happens is that the Britons were defeated and they were drawn out from the country. So now the Anglo-Saxons, they settled in the main parts of Britain, and that's why it is called as England or England. So now, after their settlement, the Anglo-Saxons culture became the English culture, and the Anglo-Saxons language became the spoken language of the people, and the language is called as Old English. So we need to definitely see about King Arthur. I told you already, he is a Celtic king. So he seemed to be ruled the country from 5th or from 6th century. So he defended the Briton people against the Anglo-Saxons when they were invading them. But unfortunately they were defeated. Arthur is considered to be a legend, and he also had some legendary things around him. The first one is the round table that he has in his court, which consists of 12 great knights, and he seemed to be also have a sword which is called as Excalibur. King Arthur is considered to be a fictional hero because he is not mentioned in Anglo-Saxon Chronicle or in Bede's Ecclesiastical History of English People. These two books were considered to be the source of history of Anglo-Saxon age, but he is never mentioned in these books, and so we suppose that King Arthur could be a fictional hero. So there was spread of Christianity after the invasion of Anglo-Saxons. In the early invaders, the Celts and other peoples, they were actually they were seafaring wanderers. They were pagans. They don't believe in God. But the Anglo-Saxons, if you see, they are agricultural people. They were less violent. They were more civilized. So now comes the Roman missionary Augustine in 597 AD. He arrived at Kent, and he also builds a monastery at Canterbury. So thus Christianity spread slowly and it conquered the whole Europe. So monasteries, if you want me to tell about monasteries, it is considered to be the center of intellectual, literary, artistic and social activity, because the people who were there, they are not aware of schools, libraries, education, anything at all. So they were unknown about all these things. But the monasteries, they gave the opportunity for them to know and to practice all these things. So these monasteries, they imported book from other countries, and they also support them to write, and they wrote in Latin. So Latin is considered to be a great language than English. And later if you see, they also wrote in Old English. So about Anglo-Saxon age, there were 5 important kingdoms. The first one is Northumbria, Mercia, Kent, Wessex, and then East Anglia. And in these 5 kingdoms, there were major 4 dialects. So they were Northumbrian, Kentish, Mercian, West Saxon. So these were the kind of dialects that's been spoken in these 5 kingdoms. So King Alfred is also another king that to be noted when we are going to learn about the Anglo-Saxon period. He is actually a Wessex king. So his reign was from 871 till 899. He actually fought the Vikings. So I already told you in the beginning that after Celts, Roman came, and after Roman, Anglo-Saxon came, and after Anglo-Saxons, the Vikings, they tried to invade the country. So King Alfred, he is a great king, and he fought the Vikings 2 times, and he also done a great thing that he united all the kingdoms of southern England, and he also encourages education. He encouraged the poets. Now we have come to the end of the Anglo-Saxon period. So the end happens because of the Norman conquests in 1066 AD. So William the Conqueror is the king, who is a Norman king who came or who invaded the Anglo-Saxon country, and he defeats Harold Godwinson, who is the last Anglo-Saxon king. And the Normans, they influence the French language throughout the country, and French is considered to be official language, and thus there was an end of the Anglo-Saxon domination. So I hope you understand what I told you. This is just the history of Anglo-Saxon period. In the upcoming videos, I'll be giving you the literatures, the poetry, the works that happened during the Anglo-Saxon period. So till then, stay tuned with me. Thank you.